So today we are going to study about octal number system. Here we have one question to convert from octal to decimal. So here is the question: 6327.4051 to the base 8. This 8 represents that it is an octal number. We need to convert it into a decimal number to the base 10. So first thing first, we are going to represent the location of these points starting from here. Before the decimal, we are going to write 0, 1, 2, 3. These are the location numbers, position numbers, and apparently in the other side of the decimal we have 4051, which is represented by -1, -2, -3, and -4. So in the similar way we used to do in binary a number when they are converted into decimal number. The same steps are followed here, but instead of multiplying with 2, we here multiply it with 8. So it comes 6 into 8 raised to power 3. 3 is this position number, and plus 3 into 8 raised to power 2. 2 is this position number. In similar way, 2 into 8 raised to power 1 and 7 into 8 raised to power 2, right? But what happens after the decimal? We take the position numbers as -1, -2, -3, and -4. So number 4 into 8 raised to power -1, 0 into 8 raised to power -2, 5 into 8 raised to power -3, plus 1 into 8 raised to power -4. We multiply them, we add them up, and we get this as the result: 3287.51000098 to the base 10. So this is the equivalent decimal number for this octal number. The similar steps were used, which were used in binary conversion, but the point is that we need to multiply here with 8, right? So here is another example of decimal to octal. Here we have 247 to the base 10, and we need to convert it into octal. So in binary we used to divide it by 2, but here we are going to divide it by 8. We divide it and the remainders are written here side by side. So 247 divided by 8, we get 30, and remainder as 7. So 7 is written here. 8 divides 30 by 3, and remainder 6 is written here. So for representation of 247 to the base 10, we write these remainders as the answer starting from here: 3, 6, 7 to the base 8, right? In the similar way, we have another example of decimal points. If we want to convert this decimal number into octal number, what we do? We write this number, we multiply it by 8, right? And the whatever answer we got, we take this 5, keep it aside, and the remaining number which are after the decimal point, we take them and we multiply it again with 8, and we keep on multiplying till the point where we get all the digits to be 0 after the decimal. Like after the decimal we need to have zeros. There shouldn't be any other number. So this 5 and this 4 will be the representation for this 0.6875 to the base 10. So our answer is 0.54 to the base 8, right? In similar way, we have octal to binary conversion. 736 to the base 8, and what we do, we individually write the binary code for 7, for 3, and for 6. For 7 the binary code is 111, for 3 it is 011, and 6 is 110, and we write them in pairs of 3. Okay, so what happened? The binary equivalent of 736 appears to be 111 011 110 to the base 2. And here we have another example of binary to octal conversion. Here a binary number is given to you and you want to find out the octal equivalent of this number. So what we do, we write the number down, and the numbers which are before the decimal, we pair them up in 3, right? 3 numbers are paired up together, and if any number is left alone at the end, we can use a 0 to fulfill the criteria of pairing 3 digits. right? So here we paired them up, and the decimal equivalent of these number are written here, like 001 is equivalent to 1, 110 is equivalent to 6, 001 is equivalent to 1, 011 is equivalent to 3. So this means that this binary number is equal to 3161. And in the similar way, the numbers which are after the point, we again pair them up in 3 by using 3 bits. So here we paired them up, as you can see, and we write down the representation of these bits in decimal format. So 000 means 0, 100 is equivalent to 5, 111 is equal to 7, and 001 is equivalent to 1. So you need to remember that in octal we pair the numbers with 3 digits together, right? And we write their decimal equivalent. So this is the number which we get, 3161.0571 to the base 8. And moving on to the next one, we have our hexadecimal. As we know that in hexadecimal the number are represented from 0 to 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 are represented with A, B, C, D, E and F, right? So for the converting hexadecimal numbers to decimal conversion, here is a hexadecimal number given to you. You need to convert it into decimal. So what you do, 3 is multiplied by 16 raised to power 1. Like in binary we used to 2, in octal we used 8, and in hexadecimal we are going to use 16, right? So 3 into 16 raised to power 1 plus A means 10. So 10 into 16 raised to power 0 plus I have told you earlier also that minus 1 will be used over here as the power after the decimal. So 2 into 16 raised to power 1 plus F means 15. So 15 into 16 raised to power minus 2. After calculating all this, we get 58.1836 to the base 10 as the result, which is like the decimal equivalent of this hexadecimal number. Fine. Now next we have decimal to hexadecimal conversion. This is a decimal number given to you and you need to convert into hexadecimal. So what you do, you write this number, the number which are before the decimal point are written here, we divide them, we take the remainder as the answer by reading it from here to here. In a similar way like we used to do our binary, in the similar way, but by dividing it with 16. So 2, 10, 3 is the answer, and point after the point we have 6 to 5. 6 to 5 will be multiplied with 16 and we multiply it unless and until we get all the numbers to be 0 after the decimal. So in the first step only we get this. So we get 10.000 to be answer, and 10 is represented by an A, right? So we have 2, 10, 3, 2, 10, 3.10. So this 10 is going to be replaced with an A, and even this 10 is replaced with an A. So what is our answer? It becomes 675.625 to the base 10 is equal to 2A 3.8 to the base 16. Moving on to the next one, we have hexadecimal to binary conversion. This is our question 2F98 to the base 16. We need to convert it into binary. So what we do, we individually write the representation of these individual bits, like 2, 15, 9, 10. F means 15 and A is equivalent to 10. So the individual binary code for these digits are going to be written, like for 2 it is 00, for F it is 10. Sorry, what am I saying? 2 is represented as 0010. Like here we will represent each number with 4 bits. So 2 is represented as 0010, F as 1111, 9 is equal to 1001, and A is equal to 1010. So like in octal, we used to take pair of 3. In hexadecimal, we take the pair of 4, like here. 2 is equal to this, F is equal to this, and 9 is equal to this, and 8 is equal to, A is equal to this. So the binary equivalent of all these numbers are written here. So simply it is converted from hexadecimal to binary. If we have been given a binary number, this is the binary number, and we need to convert it into hexadecimal. So what we do, we start from the least significant bit and we start pairing them up in 4. Like 4 bits will come together and make one pair. So we pair them up in 4 and we try to find out the equivalent of these number, hexadecimal equivalent. Like 1111 means F, 1010 means A, 1001 means 9, and 0010 means 2. So here again we can see that this is equivalent to this. Here we have another example. If we have been given this number, this binary number, this binary number, what we are going to do, from the point onwards we are going to pair. From here 4 bits are coming together, 4 bits and 4 bits, and we find their binary equivalent. 0010 means 2, 1101 is equivalent to D, and 1110 is equal to E. And in the similar way, after the decimal we pair it from here onwards, right? And if any like here we can see that 011 was left, but it needs one more element for pairing up, so we can add as many number of zeros which are required. Here 10 is required, so we can write it down here. So 1100 means C, 1010 means A, 0110 means 6. So this is the number and this becomes its hexadecimal equivalent, right? Here we can see that hexadecimal number needs to be converted into octadecimal number. So first step is that this is the number given to us. We are going to write the binary equivalent of each alphabet or number here. Like A is represented as 1010 and 7, 2 and E. And after getting the binary equivalent, what we are going to do, we are going to pair them up in 3. Within 3 bits are going to be paired together. So here we can see we pair this and this up, and after that pairing we can, like here only one was left, so we can add 2 more zeros and then find their octal equivalent. Like 1001 is equal to 1, 010 is equal to 2, 011 equals to 3, 100 is equal to 4, and 101 is equal to 5, and 110 is equal to 6. So this becomes your octal equivalent of this hexadecimal number. Here we have 2 questions which were asked in January 2017 paper, in paper 3. Like convert the octal number 0.4051 into the equivalent decimal number. So this is the octal number given to you and you need to find its decimal equivalent. So simply what you are going to do, we are going to multiply it with, each digit is going to be multiplied with 8, and 8 will be have the power equal to the position on which this number is. So like we know that after the decimal we write this as position as -1, -2, -3 and -4. So which means that 4 into 8 raised to power -1, 0 into 8 raised to power -2, 5 into 8 raised to power -3, and 1 into 8 raised to power -4. So these are written here. We solve them up and we got the answer as 0.510004. So you find out the nearest matching pair in the answers and you get this one. So the next question was the hexadecimal equivalent of the octal number 2357 is, you write 2357 and we write down the binary equivalent of each number. So 2357 is written, and after writing that, what we do, we pair them up in 4. Like 4 digits are paired together in hexadecimal. So 0100 means 4, 1110 means E, 1111 means F. So this 2357 to the base 8 is equal to 4EF to the base 16. So here we come to the end of the number system. So let us see what we are going to be teaching in our next lecture. So let's see. Okay, thank you.